Okay, welcome back to year 17 of Enfaire. Obviously the last session didn't really go that well. It didn't go to plan, and I think I was kind of mad over it. It's been a day, it's been a minute. So I'm a little bit out of breath because I was just sprinting getting my water. I'm fresh out the bath. I'm on a fresh mind, and I'm ready to tackle what the next year is that we have. So we're gonna have another 2 years of nothing before we got the King's Man. And the King's Man is probably not going to be a very good time for us. We're also coming up towards the Watcher, which is like kind of the make or break fight on whether you can continue or not. And we really don't have many strong people. I mean, this person, like, they've got large hunt XP, but they're not, we'll clear this, skip hunt, but they're not strong. So we kind of need to go about trying to strengthen up these people. So we're going to try and push their hunt XP even higher so we can try and give them some more strength. That's kind of what we're after here. I think this is where, as much as we've had people dying and we haven't had to have a decent amount of population, you can kind of see, not this one, sorry, you can kind of see where the difference comes in, because if we had chosen barbaric as opposed to protect the young, we wouldn't have gotten nowhere near as many people through intimacy. But those people that we would have had strength and an evasion automatically, which is kind of huge, to be honest with you. I mean, we only have like one person here that has 3 strength. They kind of are our big go-to, and they've got a club. So they're not exactly the best. But anyway, yeah. So we're going into the settlement phase here. So we're going into, what is it? This is going to be year 17. We've got the Hooded Knight that we're going to have to do. But first of all, let's pull our first settlement event, which is Lights in the Sky. This is very nice. We've had it before. After rolling any endeavor, we're going to add 1 or 2 to the result. So that is very nice, since I don't believe we have any loved potion, because we don't have anything. That is going to help towards rolling the endeavor for us to mate, which if we have someone with 3+ understanding, that's going to be 7, and in this one allows us 2. It means it's going to be on a 5+. We're going to be able to be intimate, which is exactly what we're kind of after here. The rest of this, so if we have graves, which we do have, we can roll on a 1 to a 5. We gain 2 survival. On a 6+, we can add 3 to every location when we depart this year, which is really good. We're not going to do it because I don't believe we're going to need it for the Scream Antelope. I'd rather try and mate. Face painting, which we do have as well. We can either get the Stranger in the Dark settlement event in the timeline next year, or we can get a column of light that strikes you. It infuses your body and you become stronger. Gain the however you pronounce that disorder. We're not going to. That is also decent. I think that's the one where you gain, like, if you're insane, you gain a strength and evasion if you depart, which is quite good. And then the Inner Lantern gives you the Skull Eater one, which we don't want. It's not so good. So that's nice. Now we'll go ahead and we'll do the Hooded Knight. I don't believe we have anyone with the sword, because I believe that the sword got taken away. So we'll roll on the agenda. We'll see what happens. That is a 2. This doesn't class as an endeavor event. So we're just suffering -2 population, and we're getting unfinished business, unfortunately. Yeah, this doesn't class as an endeavor one. So we'll kill off these 2 people, make this person a female. And then unfinished business is going to be coming up onto the year, which is the Hooded Knight 4 years from now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to be getting the Hooded Knight again here. So not the best, suffering population loss when we're already kind of at a wit's end here with a lot of our stuff. But at least now we can populate. It's pretty much the only thing we can do. We literally cannot do anything else. Oh, all current and newborn survivors get 1 strength. Strength. Oh yeah, everyone has 1 strength. Yeah, we've already done that. For a second, I was like, have I been adding that? But we have. Okay. Right. So we're literally just going to be using every single one of these endeavors to fuck. So what we're going to do is we want someone with 3+ understanding, which is going to be alone. So alone is going to be the person that's going to be, oh. No, I'm not going to risk it with alone. As much as it'll be better, there is still a chance that we roll like a 1 and 2, and we die. And alone is obviously quite strong. So we're going to have a not Jimmy Beast. We're going to have this unnamed person here with PTSD, which we can actually remove now, that PTSD. And we can move the PTSD from this person too. We're going to have this person and this person fuck. In fact, we're just going to get them out because they're going to be the people that we know that we are mating with. And while we're here, I can remove PTSD from the disorders up there. Okay, so we'll spend an endeavor. We're looking for 6 pluses because we've got the 2+ on the events roll here. That is not that. That means he gains a survival, I believe. And we're going to go again. I'm probably going to take this person out. We do need to level up to more people. That's a 1. That's going to be getting rid of science, gain, and understanding. Well, obviously, we don't have enough, so we're going to get rid of another 1. Roll again. That's a 9. That is an intimacy. So that is a successful try. So now we get to roll these 2. So we don't add +1 or +2 to this event, unlike we done the last time. And that is an 8, which is +1 population, and we gain +10 survival each, which is lovely. So we get +1 survivor, and they get +10 each, which is basically just going to put them up to their max limit, which is going to be 4, which is still nice. I'm going to make this person a male, I believe, because we've got kind of a lot of females, so we'll make another male. Now we're going to change it so this male is going to be the one that mates instead. Also going to need to put their strength up and their understanding up by 1 because of the new survivor bonus. And we're going to make him fuck again. The concept of mum and dad and everything, we don't have family in this, so it's not bad. That gets to add 2 to it. That is an 8, so that is a successful intimacy, which is good. So we roll, take the highest number, go on, go to a 9. Oh, yes, perfect. That is twins. That is twins. Really, really nice there. We're just going to have a male, and we're going to have a female as well. Very, very nice. Okay. And then we go again. Same 2 people. That just gave us twins. That is a 7 + 2. That is going to be an intimacy again, because we can do it for every single. After rolling for an endeavor, you may add 1 or 2 if we wanted to. And we just got an 8, which is 1 population. We do not have bed, I believe. If we did, we would have had +1 strength to that person, but we don't have bed. That's still plus population, though. Going to make them a male. 1 understanding, 1 strength. We are 3 males away. We're going to have the same people do here. We're 3 males away from receiving something good. So that was a failed attempt. That's a 7. That's also a failed attempt. And our final roll, even with the +2, you know, that's a 1. It's a failed attempt. I'm not going to bother adding the other stuff to it. So I mean, decent. It's not too bad. We got some people mating. I think what we're going to do, we're going to spawn Doneth out, because they obviously have this. You cannot activate or depart with axes, swords, spears, daggers, scythes, or guitars. Luckily, they are not going to be using any of those. They're going to be using a club, aren't they? So we're going to be lobbing them over to here. I believe White is normally the person I have with it. It's this one that's not so good. It's the secretive one that makes them skip the next hunt. So my plan is to have them level up, deal damage with the club, so at least they get the club proficiency. They then need to skip this hunt, but then at least then, as soon as we come to Watched, if we decide to go up against the Watcher straight away, then we can do so. That's my plan for this person. We're then also going to bring out Alone, because they are going to be leveling up from this. I believe Alone has the guitar, so they'll be taking this position here. Now we kind of just want other people to level up. We've got the bow proficiency that we can try and get up. But I'll be honest with you, the bow's like, it's whatever. I would like proficiency in the sword. We can't make... Oh, we do have a bone blade, actually. Okay, cool. That works. We'll get Dingle Fall of the Lion out then. And he is going to use a sword instead of the bow. And then do we have someone proficient with the axe? I don't believe we do. The person who's proficient with the axe has kind of died. So we'll bring someone new out. What do we have? It's a female. We need to bring out a male. So we'll just bring out... you know what? Should we bring out Jimmy Beast? There's the +1 strength. Should we bring him out? I'll bring him out. Let's bring out one of the specials. Sure, why not? So when they gain hunt XP, they always gain double the amount of hunt XP. They age faster. And then also if we activate the ability, we obviously add on XP. But that's a special rule that we need to know there. They're going to age pretty fast. So I can't spend survival unless insane. This person is insane, so we can do that, which is lovely. And they're hyperactive, so they have to move. I can't attack a monster whilst it's knocked down. And if I leave, there you go, I get strength and survival, which we are insane, so we will be getting that. What we're going to want to do is we're going to get rid of the bow, and we're going to replace that with the sword. And I think what we'll do, we'll get rid of the bone darts, we'll bring the bow back. We're going to bring the sword here so we can still get the evasion and do this. The reason we're going to keep it is just in case the bone breaks, because the antelope, the level 2 antelope specifically, does have a strong hide. So that's going to be tough to get through. This person here, they still got pretty decent armor, albeit that they don't have anything else. They're going to be grabbing the club. Thankfully the club isn't a frail weapon, so we can bring it out. I think I'm also going to bring the stone noses in as a result to try and get a little extra there. And I think that will be good for them. And then, what do we have? Because they had a weapon that broke, I'm going to actually bring the guitar here. Just in case, because again, if that bone blade breaks, they still have a weapon in it they can attack with. So that's fine. And we can attack with both of them because of the blood paint. And then obviously this person has the guitar anyway. Perfect. So let's heal everyone up just in case we didn't from the last fight. They're now going to be departing. So departing survivors get +3 survival, which is really nice. Obviously at a maximum of 4. Then we've got this person can use these stuff. We've got this person who gets 1 extra survival, which they won't get, but they do get a strength. Is it on arrival? When you depart. Perfect. And you cannot depart with swords, scythes, guitars, swords, axes, swords, scythes, basically anything sharp. They don't have anything sharp in their gear grid, so that's cool. We're fine. And they still have the bonus evasion because of all the greens connected up. This person has the 1 evasion from that and the strength token. Just going to click on these tokens just to make sure that obviously it updates. The sheep, cool. Will depart. So we're going to be hunting the level 2 screaming antelope here because we are in dire need of resources. I think we're strong enough to do it. It's going to be a tough fight, but I'm confident that we'll be able to do it. So we're starting off with our second person. So we'll flip this over. If a survivor has 3+ understanding, the survivors may skip the next hunt space. I believe Donav has a 3+ understanding, or Alone does. So we are going to skip the next hunt space. So we're just going to go yoink and go straight to here. Straight to the third person. That was a good, nice start. A thunderous boom approaches. The survivors may hide. If they do, move the quarry 1 space back. Otherwise, the survivors gain 1+ courage. And the event revealer rolls 1d10, which is exactly what we're going to do. I don't want that hunt to move back 1. So let's give everyone 1+ courage. Doesn't level anyone up, but the revealer, who is going to be this person, Dingle, is going to roll a d10. They have nothing that makes them have to double roll, so it's just going to be the 1 roll. That's terrible. All survivors suffer 2 event damage to each hit location. Oh. Okay, not a fantastic start there. Not a good start at all. To every hit location. Rough. Really rough, that one. Okay, but at least we didn't move the quarry 1 space back, right? Right. Alright, next up. Random event. Hopefully we can get an event, that allows us to heal locations. 66. That doesn't sound like it's going to be one that's going to allow us to roll for locations. Forbidden Word. There is a great rush of air. A booming inhuman voice declares a single word in an unknown language. For 1 instant, the survivors understand. All non-death survivors gain +1 understanding and suffer 1 brain damage. If they are insane, they also gain 1 disorder. Okay, so We're going to be taking the brain damage. So that's going to go to 3. They're going to take the brain damage. That's going to go to 3. And that's going to go to 3. All of them are insane apart from Jimmy, which means we're going to be gaining another disorder. But we do get, all of them get 1 understanding. So we've got 1 understanding, 1 understanding, getting close to the level up. Ah, there you go. We got Donoff that leveled up. So Donoff levels up their understanding here. And because it's during the hunt phase, we get explore. And we got a 3, which is I can re-roll 1 hunt event result on this time. Wow. Could be useful. It could have been useful earlier, but could be useful. So that is fine, but we need to now draw a disorder for these 3 people. So what we're going to do is we're just going to drag 1, reset the deck, randomize it, 2, reset the deck, randomize it, and 3. So the first person's got chaotic, which is actually not too bad. That's not a bad one. We like that one. They're not going to gain the benefits now, but that is good. Indecision, not so good. That's the one that makes you have to roll multiple times. And then we've got binge eating. That one you may you cannot depart unless you have consumable gear in your gear grid. You must consume if a choice to consume arises. So thankfully, Monster Grease does class as a consumable. Doesn't mean we have to eat it, but it does class as a consumable. That's not the best, but it could have been much, much worse. So let's head to the next person now, because what we were second person skipped to blue, but we're down to red now. But to our first person, it's just going to be a roll. And we're looking at 64. Don't even need to. Oh yeah, we went on the thing. 64 Zoo Lane Stone Fountain. 2 cupped stone hands rise out from the ground. The hands hold clear, cold water that trickles through the stone figures in a seemingly endless supply. Any survivor may consume from the fountain. If they do, gain +1 courage and roll 1d10. If no one consumes, roll again on the hunt table before moving on the hunt thing below. So on a 1 to a 4, the water is clear until it enters your lips, where it suddenly turns to blood. You spit out the foul liquid and suffer monster-level brain damage. If you have hemophobia disorder, you also suffer monster-level event damage to the body as you vomit violently in disgust. Not very good. 5 to 8, it's refreshing water, and on a 9+, you gain 1 survival. We're going to make 1 person go for this. We're going to make it go for someone who has brain. So we're going to have it be Dingle. So Dingle won't need to roll twice because this person was the hunt revealer. So we're going to have Dingle go for it. And we're going to hope that they roll something good. It's a 4. I don't think that's good. I think that's a... Yep, if you spit out and suffer monster level brain event damage. So the monster level is level 2. Boop, boop. That's 2 event damage that we're going to be having from that. And we go to now the darkness. So who here has courage? You've got courage. You don't have enough courage. You don't have enough courage. Okay. So we've got 2 people that have enough courage. 1 person that's going to be doomed. And 2 people that are going to be doomed because he's not insane. Okay. We're going to do the 2 people that are doomed first of all. There's going to be our 2 middle people. The dice being respected to where they are. 5. Gain 1 evasion token. So that is going to be... You would thought from the amount of times I've stretched these tokens, I'd know which ones were. So Jimmy's going to be getting 1 evasion token. Then we got 8, which is resolve. Gain 1 insanity and 1 courage. Very, very good. 1 insanity and 1 courage. Nice. Now we'll do the 2 others who are going to be doing the courage, or brave, sorry, half. So that's a 5 and a 3. So the 5, we suffer 1 evasion, and then everyone else gets a... We'll do that. Everyone else gets a survival after this event's done, so we'll just need to remember that. The other one's a 3, gain -1 accuracy token, which of course isn't the best when you're coming, especially with the club, from how hard it already is to hit with the club. And now everyone gains 1 survival from the last one. And then we flip. Acanthus leaves sprout the crevices in the stone ground. The survivors spend time gathering and eating the small leaves. Each survivor may heal 1 hit location of their choice, restoring all injury levels and armor points. Perfect. We will most certainly do that. So we can hit... Basically, we're healing 2 locations from something. That took 2 damage. Well, everything took 2 damage. So what I'm going to do is I think I'll go for... 1, 2 to heal the body. 1, 2 to get that one back, so we're not taking the whole thing. Same with this person, 1, 2. And then 1, 2. Cool, but now we need to roll on the events. What did we have? That was green, blue, white, red, green. So it's not the indecisive person. 32. Sudden madness. The event revealer is devastated by a piercing cacophony in their head. Roll 1d10. If the result is less than or equal to their current insanity, they go mad, lashing out of their compatriots. Each other survivor suffers 1 event damage to a random hit location before the event revealer regains control of themselves. If the event revealer has crazed art, they gain insight from their ordeal and gain 10 insanity and +2 understanding. That's fine. It's green, right? I said. So what? We had green, blue, white, red. Yeah, so it's green that we're doing here. So we need to roll. Well, we can't roll less than 0. It's impossible. So nothing happens to us there, and we'll start the event. Cool. All right, this could be tight, this event. But I have faith. Taking 2 damage from everything is honestly not the best thing that I wanted to have achieved here. But we're here anyway. I know that we can if we want to. Oh no, we can't. Don't worry. And we need to probably gain 2 survival. That's fine. So we've got stone noses. So they're going to gain an insanity. You don't have stone noses, so you're not going to gain anything, nor do you. Everyone, though, gets 1 strength. I do forget about that little bonus one of, you know, you can spend that strength token in a space of a survival. That's quite nice. And we've got matchmaker coming out here as well. I actually completely forgot about that, but that does work quite well. Cool. All right, let's start the showdown then. Ooh, dead monster. Dead monster allows us to start the showdown anywhere, and we get to start first. That is massive. That is really, really nice. Cool. We are going to take advantage of that most certainly. Okay. So because the monster's going to be here, I'm just going to have it so the campus plant is going to be over this side instead then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs to be back 1. Okay. So the monster is basically going to be occupied with this. We get the first hit off. So you can see now that it has Diabolical, which is at the end of the turn, target a random survivor in the trample zone. Random survivors in the trample zone. Or target a random survivor in the trample zone. I'm just saying trample zone. And then we've got that little line, which allows us to basically use a dash to get out of it, and then it will full move forward. So we don't want to be using up all of our survival there. So what we're going to do, the person with the big axe, Mr. Jimmy B, I'm going to have start right at the very back. I'm also going to have red start 3 away so they can get a pounce attack off. I then think we're going to have Donath start here and Dingleful start here, or actually just 1 away, so then they're just not directly in the lines. Then what they can do, we can choose whether to do in a canvas plant or not, because remember, the guy can still heal from this, but if we take the plant, we can eat it and heal back all of our armor hit locations beforehand, so that damage that we've taken we can heal back from, which would be lovely to have. So we get to go first. I will go first with alone. So we're going to move in and do our pounce attack. I think that is our best shot. So that's the one where we move forward 3 spaces. And that's going to give us +1 strength for this. And we also get +1 accuracy. So we have 2+ accuracy at 5 speed. It's 6s to hit. Accuracy +2. So it's 4s to hit for us. Because it's... Oh, sorry, no. 6s to hit. We're behind it. 5s to hit. 1 accuracy from that. 4s to hit. 1 accuracy from that. 3s to hit. 3s to hit here, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4 hit locations from the get-go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool, we don't have any traps. If we fail, we need to spend. So we're going to do this one first. Uh, oh, that's a full move forward, so we're not going to want that one either. So we're going to do it in this way round. If attacking with a melee weapon, that's not a failure. So these are all like reflexes and stuff, so it's going to be a rough one if we fail. Actually, no, we probably won't fail, but this one's a guaranteed reflex, which ain't very good. So we got 2+ extra strength from this, and we've got the +1 strength from this. So that's 3 strength. We got 7 strength from that, plus the 2. That's 9 strength, and it's got a toughness of 10. It's basically just ones. We can't roll a 1. So that's an 8. We have no luck, so we don't get any. Oh, we've hit. As if we hit him with a club or a shield. If we hit him with a club or a shield, that would have classed as a critical. But no, that is a hit. It's not a crit, but it is a hit. Roll again. It's got -1 toughness now. Not like it really matters. That one is a crit. Gain 1 scream and antidote resource. Don't mind if I do. That's perfect for us, so we can start building up the supply. And it gains the Destroyed Hoof AI card, which can be very useful. The Destroyed Hoof is basically something that's good. He has an attack where he like hits with his back hoof, and if you have the Destroyed Hoofs, he just gets knocked over. This one's going to be a reflex. We don't want to roll a 1 or a 2 on this. That is a 4. Perfect, so we don't suffer the consume injury. And now this final one is the one where he's going to do a movement, which isn't going to be so good. That is a success, which is an 8. So that is a successful hit. However, he is going to do the reflex, where he's going to turn the monster to face away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. Oh, it's away from the attacker. That's not bad. I mean, he's just going to move all the way over here. And that is the end of that turn. We could, if we wanted to. Oh, we can't actually. I was going to say we could surge to try and move faster, but it's just we're not going to be able to reach him. So we'll leave it there. He's more than likely going to be charging back. So if we sort of just wait in this angle, the trample will come towards these two. So we can just sit here and wait. So what I'll do then is I'll just have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 away. Goddamn. We're just gonna have both of them roll for the acanthus. See if we can get lucky. So we're looking for 9 pluses, I believe. That's a 6. So we get a survival. Unfortunately, it's kind of useless right now. That's a good point, actually. Do we want to waste a survival yet? Probably not. Everyone's out of range where they are. I'll stick to here. I'm going to roll again. That's a 2. I believe that's arm damage. That's really bad. Except for 1 arm damage, yeah. But I get rid of that one. Okay. So that's the end of our turn. Now we're going to go to the monster's turn. So we're going to flip this. Furthest threat in range. No one's in range. So the furthest survivor, which is going to be these two, is who it's going to target. Which, because we are the furthest, it just says furthest survivor, but not in range. So it is going to try and come for us. It's going to run all the way over to here. But it is going to be able to hit us now. So it's a speed of 1, but it gets +1 extra speed. It's going to be between these two. I suppose I get to choose who it goes for, which will probably have it go for red, because green has less armor. So it's a speed of 1. He's got 1 extra speed, so this comes here. He's also got 1 extra damage, so he's going to be dealing 2 damage. Add 1 damage to this attack for every space the monster moved towards the target. That's terrible. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was 10 spaces they moved. Oh my god. That is going to be... Oh my god. I think that's like 13 or 14 damage to 2 locations. It's a 2+ to hit. We've got an evasion of -1. Okay, that's a 5 and a 9. This is a 5 and a 9. Do you know what? Sorry, I'm going to say that I spent 1 to surge to put the leather shield up on the charge forward. So both of those are hits. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the shield to block 1, and we're going to use a survival to dodge the other one. So we don't take any of those hits, because that is devastating. Now it's the end of its turn. We're going to be doing Diabolical, which means it's going to trample. The only people it's going to be going for is these two. So these are the two that it's going to be picking. And it's going to full move in this direction. So I'm going to spend another survival to dash. And we're going to have this person dash to... So he's going to be... This thing's going to be ending on here. We can't really... If we went here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2... Yeah, we can go here. 1, 2, 3. That'll go to behind. So we'll dash to there. And then we're going to have Jimmy B. Going to have him dash. All the way to here, though, instead. Cool. And now the beast is going to full move forward. And it comes back to our turn. So these people are quite far away. It's kind of a pain. We're going to have Alone go first. He's going to go 1, 2, 3 and do the same thing as what he done last time. He's not going to get the +1 benefit from the other one. So this time it's going to be 6s, -1, which is 5, -1, which is 4. So it's going to be 4 pluses for us to hit here. That's a 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5 hits. Good, but also dangerous. We could get a trap here. So 5 hits. There's the trap, yeah. I was expecting it. It was a lot of hits. So we suffer 2 brain damage. All adjacent suffer 2 brain damage. And then knock back 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're knocked down. The monster lands on its belly and begins to side its teeth, turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward, and then the collision rules happen there. Thankfully for us, that is just going to be a full move forward all the way up to here, so it doesn't collide with anyone. Cool, we're going to have Thingy then move up to here. Thankfully their sword, it doesn't have a reach of 2. Okay, if that's the case, we're going to have a move up here, and then we're going to have them dash. I'm going to have them go behind. And then we're going to activate the bone paint. So this is going to be for both of these that we're going to be attacking with. We're going to attack first with the bone axe. So we're just going to be rolling these 2. We are looking for 5 pluses to be able to hit here. That is 1 success. Which is better than nothing. On a fail, if you are adjacent to the monster, you must spend 1 survival to react or suffer 3 damage to the arm. Which is doable. We've got 3, 6 strength. It's got a toughness of 10, so we need 4s to be able to hit this. That is a 9. Unfortunately, we don't have the 1 luck. But that is a hit, which is very nice. And now we do our second attack, which is with this Lion Claw. 6 pluses to hit. But it does have deadly 1, so when we're wounding with this weapon, there's a chance that we can get a thingy with it. That is 2 hits, which is lovely. Super dense. It's a good job we've done it in that order, because this one is not a frail weapon, so we'll do it in this way round. And if we wound it, turn the antelope to face the attacker, then without turning, move the monster 1 space directly away. That's fine. So we're looking for 3, 6, 4s again, but on a 9+, we get critical. That's 1 away. So that's no, super dense. So we still damage it, which is nice. And then we roll again. Come on. Ah, that's not a hit, unfortunately. So he's not going to jump away and turn away to face us. I might surge, I think. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to surge and do the same attack with these 2 weapons. So we're going to use the bone axe first of all. So we're looking for 5 pluses. That is 2 hits. On a wound, it gets a minus resource, and that's +2 luck if we're winning with the club or the shield, which we're not. That's fine, so it's 4 pluses for us to hit. That's a critical. And once per attack, if you critically wound, cause 1 additional wound. So that's going to be 2 wounds that we deal to it here. And it's a persistent injury. The monster's the monster's injury worsens if it moves. Whenever the Screaming Antelope moves, it suffers an additional wound. Wow. Whenever the Screaming Antelope moves, it suffers an additional wound. I don't know if the reaction at the top comes into effect as well when you do a critical. I don't know if it... I don't think it does. Well, I'll ignore it for now. I don't think it does, but interesting something to look into. And now the last one is a 3. We needed a 4 to be able to injure it. We fail, so we don't get the other hit off, but that is fine. I believe that was a really good run for them. We're going to have Dinglefall move to here, and they're going to roll to see if hopefully we can get something from this. No, that is an arm damage, which isn't very good. And then we're going to have Donoff go to here, and they're going to roll for the dead monster. So we can get something good. That's a 1. Find nothing. Wow, yeah, that's pretty atrocious on the rolls here. Oh, I did realize this person doesn't have dash, so that is going to be. Oh, this is going to be a rough one. Yeah, we'll see how this goes then. So it goes then monster's turn. They're going to move this. Full move in the direction the monster is facing, and then turn to face the closest survivor. Now, every time he moves, he's meant to lose. Oh, that's unfortunate. Discard his card at the end of the next turn. Oh, do you know what? Actually, so he's going to move forward, but I wouldn't have classed the moving forward as moving because he's not moving anywhere. However, because the card states that he then turns around and he is physically turning around, that turning I would class as a movement, which would be a wound, in my opinion. I think if he was already facing us and like so he didn't have to move at all, I don't think I would have classed it as a movement, but because it specifically says movement and turning around is a form of movement in my eyes, I'd class that. Random survivor in range, it's only going to be green. So it's going to be 2 speed. On a 2+, we have 1 evade. So on a 3+, it's going to hit us. So we'll see what it does. On a 3+, it hits us twice. That is 2 damage to 2 locations, and we're going to suffer knockdown. So that is going to be 2 damage. Oh, wow, 4 damage to our waist. That is unfortunate. We'll spend a survival to dodge 1 on the waist, and the other one's a 2. So it would have been knocked down anyway. That is bad. We don't have ruined horns, I believe. Yeah, it's destroyed hoof, degenerating wounds. So now he's going to trample. He's going to do the full move, which is going to be this, and unfortunately, I can't really do anything about it. He is just going to collide with us. So he's going to run all the way through us. That, in turn, is going to take away a wound. But then full move through the target. If there's no permanent full move forward, and that's going to suffer trample. They suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. So green is going to take, I'm doing the one on the right, he's going to take 2 damage to the body. We go to the next turn. And we remove this persistent injury. Discard this card at the end of the next round. So it says discard, so it'll be coming down to here, back into this pile, so there's a chance it can come back in again, which is interesting. I've never really seen that before. Okay. Right, now it comes back to us then. So we got knocked down during the monster round. So Jimmy doesn't get up, but Alone does. So 1, 2, 3. Unfortunately, they are 1 out of the shot for us to get the bonuses from it. I don't believe anyone else can really... We could have Donoff. Donoff moved. Oh, she won't even be able to use the club. She's just so far away. It's ridiculous. Okay, we're going to have Donoff move up to here. I'm going to have them use the acanthus plant. That's a 5. I believe that's a survival. So we're not going to do anything. We'll just get rid of the acanthus. We'll have them move over to here and use the shield. Actually, we can look at the next 3 hit line. That doesn't matter. Yeah, okay, we'll have Alone go in then and just go for a hit. We're not going to be having the bonuses from the pounce, so our accuracy is just a 5+ to be able to hit here, and we don't get the extra strength either. So 5+ to hit. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Maybe I should use the cat eye ring because the trap could be here. It's not really nice. So that one, these 2 would go first. And then these ones are a failure, which would make us stagger back. You gain +1 into and lose your composure. Spend 1 to move. We don't need to gain the insanity. This is fine. We'll do it in this order. So we don't get the +2 sorry, we do get the +2 strength. We don't get the +1 strength from there. So it's 2, 4, 8. 2 pluses just to be able to hit. That is a 7. So that is a wound. Roll again. That is a 3. Obviously, it goes -1 as well, so it's gone down to 1 now for us to be able to wound. That is another wound because of our Beast Guitar special. Oof, that was almost a 1. That is a 7. So that is another wound. He's on 2 HP now. I'm going to roll again. That is a 2, which is another success. Oh, sorry, he's on 2 HP, so that is another wound. I think I might take my chances. Actually, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to surge with this person, so they can use the cat eye ring. And then that allows us to look at the top 3 hit locations. And put them back in any order. The trap is right there. The trap is the next card. And the beast has 2 hits left. So we're going to put the trap at the bottom. Okay. Because now it might not be worth surging. Because we need to hit... We just need 2 hits. We don't want anything more. Okay, this could work. I'm going to encourage, as well, Jimmy up. And then we'll have Jimmy come in down here. And we'll have Jimmy do a hit. We're going to hit with the bone axe. Oh, it's a risky, because we could use the blood paint, but no, we're going to hit with the bone axe. So it's 5 pluses for us to hit, because we're behind it. Unfortunate, we only hit it the once. So let's hope that we hit a crit to 7. We injure it from 1 HP. This does mean it's probably going to go to the closest. It's going to go to that acanthus plant and it's going to heal. And we know it's got 1 more health left. Do you know what? I'm going to risk this, I think. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to have this person both dash and surge. So they're going to dash to move to here and then they're going to surge. But their surge is going to be, obviously, with their fist and tooth, because we're not going to be able to use the club. Obviously, we get a perfect strike here. We get +2. So we're not behind it. We do need 8 pluses to hit. This is why I'm like, oh, we can do 1 wound, hopefully. We don't. Shit. Okay. Yeah, because we can spend a survival here, but it will activate the trap, so I don't particularly want to do any of that. Okay, so we're going to leave it like that. Goes to the monster's turn. Close to knockdown survivor in range, which is no one. So it's going to graze, which means it's going to move. Actually, full moves, so it actually go over to here. And because it finishes, it's going to do that. We suffer the collide. Whenever the monster collides, so we're going to suffer 2 damage. White is going to suffer 2 damage to the waist. And that is the end. Oh, he's going to heal 1 as well, because the acanthus, that's the end of his turn. Okay. We know that trap card is coming up. Oh, should we try it with the bow? Yeah, actually, that's a good shout. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're just in range. Okay, this works out quite well. We're going to aim with the bow, because the bow's then is going to be a speed of 1. We don't get any bonuses from the speed. We're going to have -2 or +2 accuracy. That's that goes to a 5. And we've got R+ accuracy, so it's a 4+ for us to be able to hit here with the bow. Oh, it does. It has 2 health now, doesn't it? But we've got the trap coming up. Oh, it might actually be worth triggering the trap. Okay, we're not going to aim. We're not going to aim. We will do a normal hit, because we kind of want the trap to trigger. He's just going to run down here. Which is the only issue, but I think we kind of would rather that trigger. Okay, so we'll do the bow. That is going to be 6+ for us to hit, because we've got the +1 accuracy. And that is 2 hits, and we know that one of these is going to be the trap. So with the trap, we're going to suffer 2 brain damage. Oh shit, we're going to take 4. Shit, that's 4 brain damage actually. It's 2 brain damage per monster level. So we're actually rolling for the brain here. I forgot that it's per monster level. It's a 5. We get a danger seizure. So we gain a random disorder and 1d5 insanity. Okay, so we're still alive. That's 5 insanity that we gain from it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to take 1 damage to a random location, which we rolled that 1 on the far right. We'll take this disorder. We're going to need to replace it from one of those. It's going to be a waste damage that we take. We need to replace one of these. Oh yeah, we have hyperactive. Oh, cool. Yeah, we'll remove honorable. I think honorable was terrible. Hyperactive is fine. You know, having to move each round isn't the end of the world. And then he's going to knock back 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he's going to turn away and go on to a full run down here. There we go. And no one can reach that. So I think what we'll do is we're going to have Jimmy move to here. And they're going to roll for this acanthus plant and hopefully roll good. Terrible. That's an arm damage. And that gets archived, but he now has no more things that he can graze from. Okay, then we'll move Donath then. We kind of want Donath to be as close as possible because I think they can take the most brute of this, and they're going to put the shield up. And then Alone is also going to kind of move. We kind of want to move to a position where we don't have people lined up. So I'm just trying to think where the best position would be. We could move him to here. That works. Yeah, we'll move him to here. Put the shield up. Alright, enemy's turn. He's going to flip his one and only card, which is the Ram one, which is terrible for that one to be the only one that came back. Furthest threat in range. And the furthest threat in range, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be Alone. So he's going to turn. And he's going to move to Alone, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movements. It's going to have +6 damage onto this. Adding 4 extra. Oh no, sorry, +6 damage. Add 1. Add 2, sorry, +8 damage per hit location. That's what that's going to be. So that is a 2, which I believe is... Oh, we got -1 evade. That is both hits. 8 damage to 2 locations. We're going to spend 1 to dodge, and we're going to use our shield for the other one. Don't take any hits. He is now, however, going to trample. We are the only people that are within range of this. So he's going to run through us. That's going to suffer collide. So we're going to take 2 damage to a random hit location, which is going to be our body. And we go over to the next one. I think we're also knocked over when you suffer collide. Okay. Well, we're going to encourage straight away Alone to stand up. And we can't get behind him because the stone column is in the way. I can't remember. Destructive. When a survivor collides with this, stop the movement, they archive. When the monster passes over, archive the train. Oh, perfect. That gets archived. So Alone's going to stand up. He's going to go behind, and he's going to go for a hit. We don't have any pounces. So it's just what we after here. 4 pluses to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both are good and a bad thing. Oh, I didn't shuffle. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good. We're good. So that's first strike. That has to go. If we're insane, it cancels our attack. We're not insane. So that is the first one that we have. We're going to then take this one as the second one. This one as the third one, and we'll see how the rest go. Okay. So we are just roll. It's 2 pluses for us to be able to wound this. If I remember correctly, that is a critical. Gain -1 evasion. I'm actually not even going to bother putting that -1 evasion on because I'm near certain we're going to end up killing him. And that's a 5. Yeah, there you go. Kills him in the next hit. There you go. That is the Screaming Antelope. That is the Screaming Antelope level 2. People survived. It was a rough fight. It was a rough fight, but people do survive. So because it's a level 2. We get +2 hunt XP and 1 weapon proficiency if we injured with it. So this person gets +2, 1 weapon proficiency, and I believe the only other person to injure, this person did injure, so they get +2, and we can choose a type that they can be proficient in. And we're going to make them proficient in the axe, which allows them to get the proficiency. Because they're a special person, they get +2 extra hunt. I'll need to check to see if they get extra weapon proficiency as well. In fact, special... No, it's Saviour, isn't it? Birth of a Saviour. Let's have a quick look. When you trigger age 2, gain grace. In the aftermath, gain 1 additional hunt. You may not wear other gear if you trigger the white secret story. Oh shit, do we have any other gear on this person? I don't think we do. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's something that I forgot. Okay, we don't get bonus thingy, unfortunately. We don't get bonus what do you want to call it? XP. Cool. So we're going to need to do their one. So this person, they get 200 XP and they get 200 XP. They don't get weapon proficiency because none of them hit. I mean, this one hit, they didn't wound though. So it's only these 2 that we're doing. And both of them. So you're your third hunt, and you're your first hunt. So we've already done him as the sword, so we'll do the first hunt first for our special boy. They got altogether 13, which is a random fighting art. So we'll shuffle that and we'll see. They've got Rhythm Chaser, which ain't too bad. And now we've got R1, who reached their second. Improved reflexes, I believe. Oh no, it's their third, sorry. 10, so enhanced senses, 10, gain 1 random fighting art as well. We would have preferred tokens, I can't lie. Tumble. When something would collide with you, roll 1d10 on a result of a 6+, you successfully tumble out of harm's way. Instead, place your survivor standing on the closest free space aside of the collision path. That's pretty good. It's not too bad. Okay, now we do the rest of the good stuff, the rest of the loot. So if we bring these people back, and then we're going to get, I believe, at a level 2. Back one more. That is 6 basic, 7 screaming antelope. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can see why this guy's one of the best to grind out, can't you? The amount of loot you get from a level 2. And it was tough, but our guitar person basically was the person that carried us through that. Can't lie. Got to give it to them. So, what we are wanting to do is obviously we want as much hide and pelt as possible so we can remake the leather armor fully for the person, because remember we had to archive our chest piece. There we go. So that's what we've got. And we also have a love juice, which is really nice. And I believe we also have matchmaker. But before we do that, this person has the returning survivor, so they need to skip the next hunt. And then we don't have anyone else that has any of that, I don't believe. Nope. Which is good. We do have an extra bone, though, to add. Yeah, so we do have matchmaker, which is phenomenal for us. We're going to put this back into there. That is all returning survivors. So 1, 2, 3, 4 returning that we have. We have no one with Tinkerer, do we? To bring extra? Nope. So we've got that, and we're going to write in the notes here. That was pretty good. So, use love juice, obviously. That's fine. Make leather armor, and how much is it to make the? We want to make the weapon crafter, I believe, is what we're after. Make weapon crafter, because then we can make the better. Start making better axes for people. And then I'd probably say hunt level 2 screaming again. That's probably what we'll do on the next one. Not too bad. Pretty successful. It went rough with the hunt. I don't think we've actually, as far as campaigns go, this has been a devastating campaign. I mean, just having a look at our death count of 38 deaths is just kind of a very clear example about how bad this campaign's gone. And we don't necessarily have people that are strong. So that's how comes I do fear come in these later years how things are going to end up going. But we've got nothing on this next event timeline. We've got nothing coming up. So hopefully we can sit there and get some bonuses for people before we come against the King's Man. The King's Man is, honestly, it's just going to be a slaughter. I do think it's just going to be 4 people that are going to die. But we shall see. So, until Lantern Year 18, that was Lantern Year 17 we just done. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.